हे हेलो गाइस, गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। सभी को गुड इवनिंग हमारे तरफ से। कैसे हैं आप सब? गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस। गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। सभी को हमारे तरफ से गुड इवनिंग है। कैसे हो आप सब? कैसे हो आप सब जी? गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। कैसे हैं आप सब? मेरे तरफ से आप सभी को शुभ संध्या। हाउ आर यू ऑल गाइस? कैसे हैं आप सब? और कैसा है वेदर आपके साइड में? आज तो इधर बारिश हुआ है थोड़ा बहुत, बट कल तो बारिश कल हुआ था बहुत ज़ोर का बारिश, बट आज बहुत कम बारिश हुआ है। बारिश नहीं होता तो गर्मी बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है। यहाँ बाय द वे बहुत ज़्यादा ह्यूमिडिटी भी तो है, इस कारण से और बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है। बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम होता है। गर्मी ज़्यादा लगने लगता है तो फिर और एक्चुअली कंजस्टेड रूम भी है। कहीं से हवा आने का वो भी नहीं है, और बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी लगने लगता है। अ, कुछ महीने पहले तो एकदम हालत ख़राब हो गया था गर्मी से। ऐसा लग रहा था कि पूरा पिंपल्स हो गया था बॉडी में। बहुत कंजस्टेड रूम है, कहीं से हवा आने का वो है नहीं। बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है। मेरे तरफ से सभी को गुड आफ्टरनून टू यू गाइस। सबको गुड इवनिंग मेरे तरफ से। कैसे हो आप लोग? कैसे हो आप लोग गाइस? कैसे हैं आप सब? एसडीबी फाइनेंशियल आईपीओ बूस्ट इनकम। कैसे हो आप सब गाइस? कैसे हो आप सब? एंड प्लीज़ हिट द लाइक बटन। प्लीज़ हिट द लाइक बटन। प्लीज़ हिट द लाइक बटन गाइस। कैसे हो आप सब? कैसे हैं आप सब गाइस? प्लीज़ हिट द लाइक बटन। कैसे हो आप सब गाइस? कैसे हो? एंड प्लीज़ हिट द लाइक बटन। प्लीज़ हिट द लाइक बटन। The enforcement directorate has summoned executive of Page and Google and Meta to its headquarters on Monday as it for the accusations of money laundering and online dating app to government sources. The is investigating whether the platform used the way for promotion and wider reach of dating apps through advertisement. The first source date of July 21 has been set for the appearance of at the agency headquarters. The source added a second government source accused Google and Meta of using a platform to promote illegal activities despite official advisory against advertisement of any form of dating. In a video that for complexity that a startup challenges Google with its AI powered search. कैसे हो आप सब गाइस? कैसे हो? कैसे हैं आप सब? कैसे हैं गाइस? आप सब कैसे हैं? Bank quarter one profit 15.5% to 2,768 crore. The bank wrote up gross NPA worth of 2,859 crore in quarter one. India EU fruit rate of why resolution of difference in services is a major step forward. India FDA a trade pact to be implemented from October where New Delhi the free trade agreement between India and the four nations European bloc EFTA will be implemented from October 1, Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush said on Saturday. The two sides signed the Trade of Economic Partnership Agreement on March 10, 2022. Under the pact, India has received an investment commitment of $1,000 billion in 15 years from the Philippines while allowing several products such as switch vases, flour, chocolates, uncut and polished diamonds at lower or zero duties. India UPI TPA to come into effect from 1st October. US said in a post on 7th the EFTA members are Iceland, uh, Liechtenstein, Northern and Switzerland. This is the other state. हेलो गाइस, कैसे हो आप लोग? कैसे हैं आप लोग? Significance of India EU trade deal. India and European Union during the 12th round of negotiations and that concluded earlier this month managed to close the digital trade chapter. In principle and made substantial progress on the text dealing with services and investment, making a significant step forward in including the free trade agreement that both sides aim to sign by the end of the year. The digital trade chapter in such a negotiation typically addresses rules and commitments related to online commerce and the cross-border flow of data and digital services. This segment of talk covers crucial segments such as cross-border data flows, where trade partner decided on commitment to regulate movement to data across borders, crucial for e-commerce and global services. हमारे तरफ से सभी को गुड इवनिंग। कैसे हो आप लोग गाइस? प्लीज़ हिट द लाइक बटन। सभी को गुड इवनिंग हमारे तरफ से। कैसे हैं आप सब? कैसे हैं आप सब? हमारे तरफ से सभी को गुड इवनिंग। कैसे हैं आप सब? हमारे तरफ से सभी को गुड इवनिंग। कैसे हैं आप सब? कैसे हो? कैसे हो आप सब? सभी को गुड इवनिंग फ्रॉम माय साइड। हाउ आर यू ऑल? हाउ आर यू ऑल फ्रेंड्स? हाउ आर यू ऑल? While the textual position taken by the both sides have not yet been made public, bridging the regulatory gap in services between India and EU would open the door for the Indian services sector to integrate more deeply. Deeply scale up and attract greater investment as the EU is a large investor globally and services represent over 17% of the EU FDI abroad according to the 2020 European Parliament report. The EU aimed to remove all discriminatory and disproportionate obstacles to establishment in both the services as well as to the supply of cross-border services in order to ensure a level playing field between EU and Indian service provider. India, on the other hand, has a fast-growing IT and financial services service sector that has uh, acted as a cushion for the economic, as food trade has remained modest compared to the size of the economy. Regulation on cross-border. Regulation on cross-border. Regulation on cross-border data flows are among the most contentious topics in trade agreement. During the trade agreement with the Western countries, especially with the rise of AI, effective AI system, seen as the cornerstone of the fourth industrial revolution, required diverse data set from multiple countries. कैसे हैं आप सब guys, and welcome here, and good evening to all of you. This has sparked a fierce race for data among Silicon Valley firms. India has traditionally restricted, altering its stance on data localization under any plurilateral agreements at the WTO to preserve policy space. It has also tightened its norms, notably in April 2018 when the Reserve Bank of India (RBI) mandated that payment system providers such as Mastercard and Visa store payment data of Indian residents within the country. A 2018 UN Conference on Trade and Development (UNC) trade report power platform and the free trade delusions highlighted the importance of data for innovation. It noted that control over data creates market power and barriers to entry for new players. UNC trade also highlighted the potential benefit of data localization, including encouraging foreign investment in domestic digital infrastructure, enabling enforcement of national laws, and safeguarding privacy and cyber sovereignty. Countries such as Vietnam and the Philippines have implemented such measures to promote local capabilities and protect infant industries. तो कैसे हैं आप लोग गाइस, एंड वेलकम टू माय लाइव स्ट्रीम. कैसे हो आप लोग, कैसे हैं आप सब? ICICI Bank quarter on profit up 15.5% to 12,765 crore. Private sector lender ICICI Bank on Saturday reported at 15.5% growth in its profit after tax PAT at 12,768 crore in the April-June quarter of the current fiscal, compared to 11,059 crore in the same period of the previous fiscal. Its net interest income nil grew by 10.6% year on year to 21,635 crore from 19,553 crore in the first quarter of the previous fiscal. Net interest margin in stood at 4.34% compared to 4.36% in the year ago period. The lenders free income grew by 7.5% year on year to 5,900 crore from 5,419 crore in the same quarter of the previous fiscal. Treasury gains were 1,241 crore as compared to 613 crore, primarily reflecting realized and mark to market gains in fixed income securities and equities. The gross NPA non-performing asset ratio stood at 1.6% compared to 2.15%. The net NPA ratio was at 0.41% compared to 0.43%. Recoveries and upgraded of NPA excluding write ops and sales were the 3,211 crore at against 3,292 crore in the year ago period. The bank wrote off gross NPA amounting 2,359 crore in the reporting quarter. The provisioning coverage ratio on non-performing loan was 75.3% at June 30, 2025. Its total advances increased by 11.5% years on years to 13.64 lakh crore at June 30, 2025. The net domestic advances grew by 12% year on year. The retail loan portfolio. तो कैसे हो आप लोग? गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू. प्लीज़ हिट द लाइक बटन. Its total advances increased by 11.5% year on year to 13.64 lakh crore at June 30, 2025. The net domestic advances grew by 12% year on year. The retail loan portfolio grew by 6.9% year on year and comprised 52.2% of the total loan portfolio at June 30, 2025. The bank's total period in deposits increased by 12.8% year on year to 16.08 lakh crore. In total capital and equity ratio at June 30, 2025 was 16.97% and common equity tier 1 ratio was 16.31%. हेलो, कैसे हो आप लोग? एंड सभी को मेरी तरफ से गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ फ्रॉम माय साइड. India Cement report quarter one net loss. Chennai, the India Cement Limited and Ultratech Cement Limited unit reported a consolidated net loss of 132.90 crore for the June 2025 quarter compared to a consolidated net profit of 58.47 crore during the year ago period. R Power reports 45 crore profit. Reliance Power has reported a consolidated net profit of 44.68 crore for the quarter ended June fiscal year 26 compared to a loss of 97.85 crore in quarter one of fiscal year 25. It said filing. Bank must boost cyber resilience. New Delhi. Financial Services Secretary M. Nagaraju on Saturday cautioned banks to bolster their defenses against the growing menace of cyber threats. Speaking at a prize distribution ceremony, he highlighted the growing importance of cyber security in the banking sector. गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू गाइज. कैसे हो आप लोग? कैसे हैं आप सब? Perplexity in talk with phone makers to pre-install Comet AI browsers on devices. NVIDIA backed Perplexity AI, the startup challenges Google with its AI-powered search engine, is in discussion with the mobile device makers to pre-install its new Combat browser on a smartphone. CEO Aravind Srinivasan told Reuters on Friday the move could significantly boost Perplexity rely by capitalizing on browsers stickiness, where users tend to stick with browser apps that are pre-installed or set a default on their devices, potentially driving habitual use of the company AI tools. Yeah, it's not easy to convince mobile OEMs to change the default browser to Comet from Chrome, Srinivasan said, referring to original equipment manufacturers and highlighting the challenge of user inertia on mobile platform. Comment currently in beta and available only on desktop. NT integrates Perplexity AI directly into web browsing, allowing user to ask questions about personal data like emails, calendars, or browsing history, and even perform tasks such as scheduling meetings or summarizing web pages. Perplexity aims to target tens to hundreds of millions of users next year after stabilizing the desktop version for a few hundred thousand initial testers. Srinivasan said its effort reflect a broader industry shift towards browser uh, with agentic AI capabilities. The positive way to handle a transit is to follow the Franchise Act and institution allow free rein to your imagination and indulge your dreams. You should all far more at the means to pure romance than has often been the case. Alternative pause. Befitting response to part will benefit Jammu Kashmir says ADG. ASI some arrested for moving people in Gujarat. The notices that the transaction trail indicate the user front or sale companies for laundering kickbacks, warranting further investigating into potential pro-Q officials. Congress marched for restoration of Jammu Kashmir state by police. A protest march organized by the Congress Jammu Kashmir unit pressing the demand for restoration of statehood to the Indian territory was prevented by police from continuing outside the gates of the party headquarters. The Congress said Saturday, led by Jammu Kashmir Congress President Tariq Hamid Kara alongside other leaders such as AICC General Secretary Ghulam Ahmad Mir. The party scheduled a march from the party headquarters at NA wrote to the Divisional Commissioner Office to submit a memorandum to the Prime Minister through the Lieutenant Governor calling for the restoration of complete statehood to Jammu Kashmir. However, a heavy contingent of police prevented the peaceful march at the gates of the party headquarters. A statement from the party side accusing the police of using brute force to prevent the march. The Kara said, "We want to take the aspiration of the people of Jammu Kashmir through a deep and new government." We later that Rahul Gandhi ji and Malika Arjun Khadge ji wrote to the PM is backed by 233 members of the India bloc. He also said without the interventions of the Congress, the restoration of the statehood to Jammu Kashmir will be impossible. The party said Karra received minor injuries during the escapade. Congress National Chief Malika Arjun Kharge and LP Rahul Gandhi on July 17 wrote to the PM seeking the introduction of legislation in the upcoming monsoon session of Parliament to grant full statehood to the UT of Jammu and Kashmir. He said body sworn government for allowing these measures. The All India Deep Sea Research Association has come out against the Union Fisheries Ministry decision to allow large vessels to promote to operate in deep sea areas beyond India's sovereign maritime zone in related to Union Minister for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy in Panchayati Raj. Rajiv Ranjan Singh, the association said uh, the decision will impact the fortunes of a small-scale traditional fishing reserve association chief Carlos George said the decision to allow Indian on vessel in deep sea was part of the economic policy of the Union government. Until in 2020, we request the Union government revitalize small-scale and traditional fishermen through modernization, cooperative strengthening, and fair subsidies. Launching a escaping attack on the previous Congress government over the murder of Udaipur-based tailor Kanhaiya Lal in 2022. Rajasthan Minister Jogaram Patel on Saturday called it one of the biggest failure of the former regime. His remarks came amid the continuing legal battle over the release of the film Udaipur Files Kanhaiya Lal Taylor murder, which is based on the high-profile killing on Wednesday. The Supreme Court deferred the matter over the movie to July 21 and asked the filmmakers to await the decision of the Central Court panel to hear objection. At an event, Patel said the Kanhaiya Lal murder case is one of the biggest failures of the previous Congress government. Just to stay in the headline, former CM Ashok Gehlot recently claimed that the trial in this case is not taking place. The minister said the incident happened during Gehlot tenure. The charge sheet has already been filed and the trial is underway. The government is pursuing the case effectively, and we are fully confident that the trial will conclude soon and the culprits will be awarded capital punishment. He said. Patel also said, I can only say the day this film is released, it will shake the ground beneath many people. Yellow alert for South Bengal district, heavy and likely in North Bengal. 10 pickup for crashing in Bengal as search for super riding. The police found that the five had spoken on the phone to the crime accused. Kolkata senior BJP leader Dilip Ghosh, who is Prime Minister Narendra Modi Durgapur program on Friday, said on Saturday that he met the party national president JP Nadda and his president in New Delhi. Ghosh said he had a fruitful discussion with Nadda. I had a detailed conversation with him regarding preparation for the coming election in Bengal, and he told me to carry on working. It was an important meeting amid a speculation that a key may be given to him. Go said, whatever decision is taken by the party, that is what we will follow, and if the party decide to give any responsibility that will be announced. Let's wait for that. Go said that on July 20, BJP will organize a program to pay tribute to BJP workers who were killed by the TMC in Bengal on July 21. There will be a big program organized in Kharagpur. The TMC did not immediately react to those allegations. यह क्रैश look for vital clues of electric malfunction in tail breakage. Articles in the rear. Top of peace trade as Russia found Ukraine with over 300 drone overnight. Trump sees while the State General over it esteemed report $16 billion. Last few days have seen a surge in Russian drone attack on Ukraine. Cases raising huge reason a serious struggle to enforce ceasefire. Congo M23 rebels peace to sign peace deal. Brazil Lula blast US over visa section tied to Bolsonaro trial. 34 dead as boat capsizes during a storm in Vietnam. A boat carrying tourist capsized during a sudden thunder storm in Vietnam on Saturday afternoon during a site seeing excursion killing 34 people. State media reported 8 other remain missing. The Wonder Sea boat was carrying 48 passengers and 5 crew members, all Vietnamese, during the tour of Halong Bay, a popular destination for visitors. Report and said rescue workers saved 11 people and recovered the dead near the site of the cap sizing. BN Express newspaper said 23 people remain missing. Authorities had earlier reported that 12 people had been rescued, but later revised the figure to 11. The boat upside down because of a storm. A strong winds. It said a 14-year-old boy was among the survivors. He was rescued 4 hours later after being trapped in the overturned hull. Most of the passengers were tourists, including about 20 children from Hanoi. A tropical storm is also moving to our area. A national weather forecast said that a storm V5 is executed to his Vietnam northern region, including Halong Bay coast next week. Brazil Lula blast US over visa sanction tied to Bolsonaro trial. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva called as US decision to impose visa bans on official involved in former President Jair Bolsonaro at trial, arbitrary and baseless and said foreign interference in the judiciary was unacceptable. In a statement on Saturday, the leftist leader said the action violated fundamental principle of respect and sovereignty between nations. I am certain that no form of intimidation or threat from anyone will compromise the most important mission of Brazil's powers and institution, which is to permanently defend and uphold the democratic rule of laws of Lima. Congo M23 rebels pleased to sign peace deal. Congo President Flex 6 kb High Representative Sambu Sita Mabu, Qatar Minister of State of Foreign Affairs Mohammed bin Abdulaziz Al Khulaifu and Benjamin and Boninka, who had the M23 delegation in Doha Saturday. Democratic Republic of Congo and the M23 rebel group pledged to sign a peace agreement by August 13 at a ceremony in Doha on Saturday. Sign of progress even as outstanding detail need to be negotiated. Representative of both sides signed a declaration of principle laying out the new timeline, a copy of which was obtained by Reuters at the ceremony that followed month of Qatari meditations after talk began in April. The US, which has hosted separate talk between the government of Congo and Rwanda, has accepted pressure to finalize a durable peace deal. Congo President Donald Trump has made clear he hopes that would spur Western investment into a country rich in tantalum, gold, cobalt, copper, lithium, and other minerals. Last month, Rwanda and Congo's foreign minister signed a peace deal and meet with US President Donald Trump at the White House. Trump at the time invited Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi and Rwanda President Paul Kagame to Washington to sign a package of agreements potentially including economic deals. Qatar Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Mohammed bin Abdulaziz Al Abdullah said at a news conference that the declaration lays the groundwork for a new phase of partnership among the various components of society in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, including our movements that have chosen to prioritize the greater national interest. It was brought by talk that followed a surprise meeting between Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi and his Rwanda counterpart, Paul Kagame, talked by Qatar in March, during which they called an immediate and unconditional ceasefire. Congo had previously rejected the idea of holding talk with M23, granting it a terrorist group. A tourist attraction. Define a demolition orders Chinese tanks as an India. Many people in Chinese social media have compared the house with Howl Moving Festival. Residential building burns after a Russian air attack in Odessa, in which one person was killed on Saturday. South Korea jailed ex-president Yoon Yuk-yeol was indicted on additional charges on secondary exam. A special prosecutor continues investigating him for his short life declaration of martial law in December. The new charges include obstructions of the exercise of the other's right by abuse of authority, ordering the deletion of records and blocking the execution of arrest warrant. The prosecutor's office said in a briefing Woon has been on trial on charges of insurrection, which is punishable by death or life imprisonment. Facing additional charges since a special prosecutor was appointed in June to take over the cases raised in huge reason as a serious struggle to enforce ceasefire. Given a fighting ensued after the Syrian presidency announcement of ceasefire on September. Sectarian clashes escalate in Syria, predominantly accused reason of Sweden Secretary machine gun fire and motor ceiling ringing out after days of bloodshed as the Islamist League government struggled to implement a ceasefire. Reporters heard gunfire from inside the city of Civita, so sales landing nearby villages. There were no immediate confirmed report of casualties. The government had said security forces were deploying in the southern region to try to keep peace and surge all parties to stop fighting after nearby a week of fractional bloodshed in which hundreds have been killed. The civilian observatory for human rights British-based monitoring group said clashes in last week around Syria had killed at least 940 people. Reuters could not independently verify the toll. Interim President Ahmad al-Sara said Arab and American mediation had helped restore calm before the clashes escalated. He criticized Israel for airstrike during the week. The fighting is the latest challenge to the control of Sahara Islamist-dominated government, which took over after Israel's total autocratic president Bashar al-Assad in December. It has started last week as clashes between the Druze, a religious minority native to southern Syria, the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights and parts of the Lebanon and Jordan and Syrian Bedouin tribes. Government forces them right to try to cool tension clashes with Druze gunmen and taking the Druze community supported violence once again pitted Druze against Bedouin witnesses. Putting an oval set place by 3 May is a critical ministers and hospital inspections. Kids and their father defend humanitarian act. With the police arrest 10 from single state for running a religious conversion racket. What suggests group linked with FBI, SDPI and some groups and park police. Sapros in Sahabuddin are among the 10 arrests made by the police airline. Far from politics, journey of Hindu saga and festive headline. Nikhil Nikila Henry, as a single father, it took a community to raise my child. 20 years ago, after an amicable separation, I became my son's legal custodian despite having primary custody. Often, when I would tell a stranger that I am a divorced father, the first question would be, "Oh, do you still get to see him?" That question captured in a nutshell the experience of being a single father in the 1990s. In cases of children of divorce, the assumption was always that they have a absentee father and they can't help but be nurturing mother. In the 2 decades that have passed, I have become an empty nester, and society. Our notions of parenthood have evolved, so this is a vintage tale that can perhaps help make the distance we had covered as a society. At the time that I was raising my son, there were many single mothers meetings and groups around, not so much for single fathers. It was an intimidating experience through it all. I had several pillars to lean on for him. My ex-wife philosophy followed that of both Dylan's husband and wife failed, but mother and father didn't. That was the goal. His mother, her family, and mine all came together to give him a childhood where he was not left wanting for anything. I had no structured parenting philosophy. The ideal was simple: keep him honest and ensure he enjoy himself a normal childhood filled with adventure and love. In that spirit, growing up, I encouraged him to dabble in a bit of every thing he did. Drama, played sports, read book, and found me on the many ideas he found in them. For us, music and toothcats, thunder and lightning became the point of connection. I introduced him to songs of my generation, and over the years, as he grew up. Our conversations of music extend far and wide today, as he teaches music in New York. Our connection stretches over thousands of miles. Common lawyers network and reach out. In the legal profession, networking often decides who gets noticed and who gets left behind. It's not just about knowing the rules, it's about knowing the right people. But as a woman in this profession, I have seen how different the networking experience is for us. While male lawyers occasionally connect over late dinners, golf game, or farm events, women often find themselves on the outside looking in. It's not just about being invited, it's about feeling like you truly belong. I have been lucky to have seniors who supported me, gave me chances, and respected my work there. My trust helped me grow. But I also know many women who still feel like outsiders in the profession, not because they lack skills, but because the environment doesn't always feel open or welcoming. Let's be honest, legal networking doesn't always happen on official platforms. Real connections are often built in informal sitting chamber talks, birthday parties, or weekend cricket matches. These moments might seem casual, but they often lead to case referrals, important insights, or strategic alliances, and it many women miss out, not by choice, but because they are not invited or don't feel comfortable being there. This exclusion may not always be deliberate, sometimes it's just old habits or comfort zones. But when women aren't present in these spaces, they are also missing out on key opportunity. Then there's the unconscious bias. A male junior who charts freely with seniors might be called dynamic. A female junior doctor doing the same, she might be labeled overconfident. Clients sometimes assumes assume men are more aggressive or stupid. For tough cases, that's not always fair and definitely not always true. Women also walk a tightrope in terms of how they are perceived. If you speak too much, you are an attention seeker. Stay quiet and you lack initiative. It's a no-win jungle. Professional and family life adds another layer of difficulty. Late night calls, weekend events, these are often not practical for women managing home responsibilities, but they are the good news. Things are changing and we can help make that change faster. There are ways women lawyers can network on their own terms. They start with women-centric groups, WhatsApp groups, book clubs, or just regular copy catch-ups. There may seem small, but they create a space where you can talk freely, support each other, and even share referrals and advice. Digital platforms are a great leveler. LinkedIn, Twitter, X, and online legal forums let you showcase your work, share your thoughts, and connect with professional across geographies. When people see your voice and your insights, they begin to recognize your value beyond your office or court prisons. A mentor also matter. A good mentor won't just guide you legally. They will teach you how to told your ground input, how to talk to clients, and when to say no. We need to seek those mentors and also be willing to mentor others when the time comes. Join panels, committees, awareness drives, any platform that give you basic ability. Even if you feel hesitant, showing up consistently builds your presence and lets others know you are serious about your work. Also set your boundaries clearly. Begin friendly and begin fun can go hand in hand. A simple line like let's discuss this during work hours help set the tone without being rude. Let's build the respect and let's not forget our male allies. There are many men in this profession who believe in fairness and genuinely support their women colleagues. When a senior male lawyer says she is the best person for this case, it sends a strong message. It's about collaboration, not competition. Personally, believe we are moving in the right direction. I have had the privilege of working with senior who has stood by me, but I also see talented women who hesitate to take their extra step, not because they doubt themselves, but because they are still navigating an uneven playing field. Networking should not feel like a closed club. Let's make it more open, more inclusive, and truly merit based because we are not asking for shortcuts. We are building our own way forward. The writer is an advocate at the Rajasthan High Court, Jodhpur National Editor Salini Langar curates or curates the fortnightly seaside column. Time to get beyond history for far from politics journey of Indian southern states. As a single father, it took a community to raise one child. Sarda University, a student dies by suicide. Parents of Jyoti abode at the university and second a second year Bachelor of Dental Surgery, a student of Sarda University in Greater Noida, illegally hanged herself in her hostel room on Friday, leading to the arrest of two faculty members whom she accused of harassment in a purported suicide note. Police said while Greater Noida police arrested Dr. Sairi Basit and Dr. Mahinder Singh Chauhan, it also booked four other faculty members, including the dean and one unidentified staff, on the charge of abetment of suicide. In the purpo- in the purported suicide note, which named six accused, the 21-year-old student Jyoti has written that was that she was humiliated and mentally harassed, maintaining that she had been feeling stressed for a long time. She added, "I am sorry, I cannot live like this anymore. I can't." The public relations officer of Sarda University, Dr. Ajit Kumar, said the two arrest faculty members who have been suspended. We have sympathy for the family, girl family, and we will ensure that whoever is at fault is strictly punished. We have suspended the two teachers, and a high-level committee has been formed to probe the matter on the basis of the report. Whoever is at fault, strict action will be taken against them, he added. The FIR was lodged under Section 108, abetment of suicide, 238, of Leviticus 17, and insult the modesty of a woman, 352, the breach of peace, and 351 to criminal intimidation of the Bharatiya न्याय Samhita. Greater Noida Additional Deputy Commissioner of Police Sudhir Kumar said, "We have arrested two college professors after a complaint 352 breach of peace, 351 to criminal intimidation of Bharatiya न्याय Samhita." Greater Noida Additional Deputy Commissioner of Police Sudhir Kumar said, "We have arrested two colleague professors after a complaint was filed by the father of the girl. Further investigation is underway. The police were informed of the incident around 9:30 p.m. by the uh, college administration." He added in his complaint filed with the Knowledge Park Police Station, the father Ramesh Jangra has said the university administrative officials and workers brought the body down from the nose and took it to Sarda Hospital without informing the police or the family. My daughter was instigated to die by suicide, was tortured. He added, he alleged that one of the accused tortured his daughter in class by saying, "Since you make too many complaints, you will be punished." On Thursday, he added the arrested faculty members along with another had again threatened her by not proving her work and not allowing her to appear in the exam. Karnataka IPS officer 723 etc. Battery bill be rejected. Under fire over Dekhada Supreme Notice of Campus Safety Initiative for Girls. In the wake of a student death in Balasore, after she accused a professor of sexual harassment, the Odisha government of Saturday announced a new initiative called Shakti Shri, which aims to ensure a safe academic environment in Gully colleges and universities in the state. Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Charan Manji, who announced the initiative, said it would be implemented in 16 state-run universities and 730 government and aided colleges. The announcement came at a time when the Manji government has been under fire from various quarters over the death of a college student who set herself on fire after her complaint alleging sexual harassment by a professor were ignored under the new initiative. Every college and university will have an empowerment cell which will be managed by women students. This cell will ensure training of female students in fields like self-defense, legal rights and mental health. It will also create awareness on various aspects of digital safety. Saint Child Minister Manji a mobile app will also be launched to help women students raise their complaints with internal complaint committee and connect to mental expert in case of stress and anxiety. It will also have facilities like and source, but only in case of emergency. The state government has also decided to come up with a code of conduct for university and college. Professors will now have to take an online training module with a focus on women's safety, gender equality, and professional ethics. Officials said a campaign called Save Shakti Actions for Female Empowerment will be launched in college under which self-defense training will be organized twice a year. It will also include workshop on women's safety and right. State-run colleges and university will now have to submit a campus safety report under the Shakti initiative. The chief minister said an adequate number of CCTV would also be installed in all colleges and university and that a control room would be set up for monitoring.